Not again.
Get over here!
And hello everybody, my name is NikoTheLegend, also known as the well-mannered teenager, the snowflake, rambling idiot, and vigil. And today I bring you bad news. Oh, big surprise coming all the way from the great BioWare developers. I'm just kidding, they're not so great anymore. Well, they did redeem themselves a little bit thanks to the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, but that's just kind of just for nostalgia's sake only. It's been a while since we've seen anything really brand new and good coming out of the BioWare department. So what better way to talk about BioWare even more is giving you, the bad news. But before we get into that, hello everybody, my name is NikoTheLegend. If you like what you see today, feel free to subscribe to the video and so on and so forth, links down below. Now, we all know that BioWare has gone through a ton of disappointments over the years. Maybe since 2014, Dragon Age Inquisition was probably the last really good game that has come out of BioWare. Not Anthem, not Mass Effect Andromeda, and Mass Effect Legendary Edition I don't really count because, like I said, this has already been created, established. We've seen what this game has done in the past for us. Well, yeah, you know, Mass Effect 3 and all that, and here we are today. And we all know that there have been many countless layoffs in the BioWare department thanks to the development of Anthem, Mass Effect Andromeda, and now, well, we're here in 2023 and we got Dragon Age DREADWOLF still nowhere to be found. It's been a long time since we've gotten a brand new BioWare game, and this layoff just poisons the well even more. So I'm hoping this doesn't affect the development of Dragon Age DREADWOLF, because the more leadership leave these games in their development, during development, it's not a very good sign. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty and then we'll discuss it right after. Alright, so Dragon Age DREADWOLF production director and Mass Effect veteran leaves BioWare. Former lead writer on Mass Effect 2 and 3. Dragon Age DREADWOLF apparently hit alpha in October last year, suggesting development was advancing as planned. Now, production director and BioWare veteran Mac Walters has left the studio, one of the several lead developers to depart over the past couple of years. Quote, "As some of you already know, at the end of last year, I decided to leave BioWare," unquote, wrote Walters in a post announcing the move. Quote, "These past 19 years have been life-changing experience to say the least, and it made the choice to go very difficult. I've worked with so many wonderful people and had the privilege to be a part of the most amazing teams and projects. It's hard to fathom it all, and I know I'll be reflecting on it for years to come," unquote. So, Walter's LinkedIn page also describes his current focus as a career break for personal goal pursuit. Yeah, we've all heard that one before. But hey, what do I know? Before moving over to the DREADWOLF team in January 2022, Walters was a senior writer on Mass Effect 1, lead writer on 2 and 3 Mass Effect, and a creative director on Mass Effect Andromeda. Yeah, not by choice. He was also project director of the Mass Effect Legendary Edition remasters. So, people leave jobs for all kinds of reasons, up to and including I've been here for 19 years and I want a change. So I wouldn't draw any conclusions from Walters leaving. BioWare has had a lot of turnover in recent years, however, with studio manager Casey Hudson and DREADWOLF executive producer Mark Dara leaving in December 2020. Replacement EP Christian Daly leaving in February 2022, and DREADWOLF creative director Matthew Goldman leaving in November 2021. The Dragon Age project has also been rebooted several times as EA scraped an early narrative-focused concept in favor of a live service proposal, then scraped the live service project in favor of DREADWOLF after the failure of Anthem. DREADWOLF is single-player and will be a direct sequel to Inquisition, focused on Egg Boy Solus, which I kind of like that comment at the end. So there you have it, folks. Did you not just hear this list of names that I just said? Let me just... Casey Hudson. Executive producer Mark Dara for the game Dragon Age DREADWOLF. Replacement executive producer Christian Daly leaving in February 2022. And now the creative director of DREADWOLF is gone too. Why is that? What is going on in BioWare? Why is this even happening? Well, I think you guys know, if you actually did your research and you know the true facts behind the scenes, you could say Man, you could say it started all the way back at Mass Effect 3 if you want to make that argument, but I honestly thought it started as soon... I mean, shit, you can go back to Dragon Age 2 if you want to include that. If you want to go even further back, most people probably would. But I honestly think it was Anthem and Mass Effect Andromeda. There was so much going on under the roof of BioWare. If you need to know the dark truth about BioWare and the development of Anthem, you got to look up those articles about it. I even did an hour-long video discussing all about that, and it really did set the stage of disappointment and failure in BioWare. BioWare has not been the same for a very long time, and I blame EA, I blame the leadership, I pretty much blame all the people that need to be blamed. Obviously, a lot of these people, look, they hung around for a long time, but there's only so much you can do for a company that's not, when nobody's listening to you, when nobody is giving you the creative freedom that you want. Modern gaming these days is completely different than even when it was 10 years ago, okay? Back when Mass Effect 3 came out. Mass Effect 3, although a rushed development, it still retained its own identity, and there wasn't too many, like, crazy behind the things going on, unless you count the, EA meddling and all that. You can blame them for Dead Space 3 as well. But nowadays, there's just so much more with philosophies and equality and all these different, all these things that just irk us. We hear the Twitter mobs and all that crap bringing into the mix of including this certain group of people and all this and that. Instead of just trusting the developers, letting them do what they do best, and let the professionals do professional work. They're professionals for a reason. They've been here. They've given you these great games, and you've enjoyed them. So why all the meddling now? Why has this changed? Why is BioWare all like this? Anyway, the proof is in the pudding. If you played Mass Effect Andromeda, if you played Anthem, if you played maybe Dragon Age 2 and Mass Effect 3, shoot, a lot of you probably didn't like Dragon Age Inquisition. So I don't know when BioWare was dead to you guys, but for me, it was Mass Effect Andromeda. That's when it really just took its toll. But anyway, I digress. This isn't a good sign. Like I said before, DREADWOLF has been in production for a very long time. It's long overdue. They just made it to alpha last year, and we're all waiting patiently for this to release. And I wish I could keep a blind optimism. I can't. I really can't. After all these huge layoffs with all these huge developers leaving, who's left to hold the reins, to take over? Nobody, really. Like who? If you know anybody down below in the comments with enough merit to keep this ship afloat, let me know. Because all the greats are gone. The people that are the head honchos behind Mass Effect and Dragon Age, they are completely gone, doing honest, better work, okay? Yeah. Anyway, folks, what do you think about this? Has this been the nail in the coffin for Dragon Age DREADWOLF? Or do you think there's still hope for this game to release in a not so crappy state and actually have some good, well, I wish it would be a good game. That's it. I just wish this game was good. I hope it does well. If it does, hallelujah. But man, something tells me it's not going to be as great as we're hoping. But I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I don't want to be, I don't want to lead people astray with disbelief, but this is BioWare we're talking about. They are the laughing stock in the gaming realm these days, along with many other companies. Anyway, folks, I hope you did enjoy. I've been your host, NikoTheLegend, also known as the well-mannered teenager, snowflake, rambling idiot individual, and I hope you did enjoy. I hope to see you guys again on the next one. Hopefully this does okay. Pretty be careful. I just want to die.